Thank you to Alexander RHH for their generous donation on Patreon. Menine. I stand in front of the station, patiently waiting for Keisuke to arrive. Even though we're supposed to be in class right now, he asked me to skip today for some reason. I guess when I said that I'd come with him as long as I was free, he took that to mean I'd skip class for it. Which, to be honest, I totally would. And I did. Still, he's running late. Shouldn't ask someone to skip something for you and then make them wait. It's just not cool. Benjamin's son! Voice calls out to me amidst the crowd. I strain my eyes to try to find where the source among the giant mass of people. Keikun finally walks up to me, breathing with difficulty, a few drops of sweat descending from his brow. Keikun, are you okay? Yeah, just a little winded. Sorry I made you wait. There's no way I could slip past Alex today, so I had to let him take me to school and then get changed and come over here. Why would you get changed? If you're already dressed in your school clothes, you could have just kept wearing them. What if someone spots a student that is clearly not at school? They would have called the school on us. I think you're being a little too paranoid here. Ditching school isn't all that common. No one would give a shit. No one would give a shit, anyone. Well, I guess everything's okay either way. Suppose you had no reason not to change out of your uniform. You got that right. At least you're not being too fussy about it. The one here that is fussy is you. Well, putting that aside for now, have you managed to think of something you want to get for Alex? Not really. We don't have much information on him, even in our database. He really is a shadow. Not to worry, though. I've been working really hard on remembering even the most minute details of our interactions, and I think I might have struck gold. As opposed to going for the more sane approach of asking. Yeah, what is it? I remember that I caught Alex reading books of an old civilization more than once. In fact, most of the books that I ever saw him read are about that. Now, I don't really know which ones he's already read or even has a preference for any specific tribe, but I do know for a fact that he likes this sort of stuff. Sorry if it's just not it's not a concrete lead, but it's all I've got so far. Things would be so much easier if you just talked to him, you know? No problem. Let's just hope we can find something that caters to that. Would it be safe to assume that we'll be heading to the bookstore then? Yes, there's a bookstore nearby that has a great selection of history books from what I've researched online. That might be our safest bet at the moment. You only looked for history books? Yeah, why? Nothing, it's just that history is a pretty broad category. Because we have history books, that don't mean I have books of old civilizations. I didn't think about that. Well, whatever, let's just go there and hope they have something. Great, now I'm not feeling so sure about this. Don't sweat, you'll be fine. How can you be both the source of negativity and positivity at the same time? Lots and lots of practice. Either way, you're just crazy. Either way, or you're just crazy. Either that, or you're just crazy. Could be a little bit of both for all we know. You're not supposed to agree with me, you know? Yeah, I know. It's just more fun this way. Messes with your head. Just shut up and let's go already. Now you're telling me to shut up? I thought you called me over to ask for my input. Yes, and I'm already starting to regret it. Aw, don't be so mean, Keikun. I know you love me. Just shut up already! Ah, the refreshing artificial coldness that comes with air conditioning. Even when it's not overwhelmingly hot, it's still such an amazing feeling to walk into a fully air-conditioned room. Makes me miss my bedroom. I'm gonna take a look at the history section. Or you could just ask the clerk. God damn it, you could at least let me get a word in before walking off. Stupid, impatient rabbit. Or is it a hare? I could never tell the difference. Good thing this place isn't too big, no chance of me getting lost. Now the history section should be somewhere around, huh? It's not next to the geography section? Those two are always together. There's so many bookcases, I can't tell which is which. Are they color-coded? No, it doesn't seem like it. I'm not signaling it either. The hell's wrong with this place? I know this isn't some big franchise bookstore, but come the fuck on. At least organize your shit. A lot of swearing happening in these later updates. There he is. No. Keisuke's inspecting each and every of the books, mumbling to himself as he checks them. Every now and then he'll pull a book out of the bookcase, flip through the pages, and then put it back. What are you doing? As if he just noticed my presence, he readjusts himself, turning to look at me.
Ah, Benjamin, son, there you are. Where have you been? Please don't just wander off without a word like that.
What? But you're the one who... And you know what? Forget it. There's no way I'm going to be able to get him to realize it himself. Either way, have you found something yet?
Not yet. They really do have a big collection, but none of them seem right.
You know, we could just save ourselves a lot of trouble if you just asked the clerk if they have any books on ancient civilizations in stock.
They can do that?
Of course they can't. The hell were you expecting? Really are out of touch with society.
I didn't know. That didn't even occur to me.
How close can one person be? Jeez.
You don't need to be that harsh on me.
Fine. Let's just go talk to the clerk and see if there's anything here.
Agreed.
At least he's not stubbornly fighting me on this. We head to the front desk where a clerk is writing something down on a notebook. He watches us approach, putting the book and pencil down and standing up to greet us.
Good morning! What can I do for you?
I'm looking for books on a specific topic. Do you have any way of checking the system to see if you have any?
Of course! All our books are tagged on our system using our genres, authors, publisher, and year of release. I can certainly check the system to see if you have anything clear that matches your criteria. What sort of book are you looking for?
We're looking for a book on ancient civilizations. The badger shifts his weight, crossing his arms and adopting a thoughtful look.
Ancient civilizations? Oh, you mean something like ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, or something like the Mayans, Aztecs, or other ancient tribes? Is there a difference? Of course! But I can't guarantee we'll have the books in the others without first checking the system. There's no big difference between them, but depending on the continents where they're from, your ancient European civilizations are different from the American ones, and they're different from the Asian ones, and so on and so forth.
Fuck.
I admittedly don't know much about this kind of thing. This book is supposed to be a gift for a friend who really likes them. I don't know if he has a specific interest in one kind. Alright, so broader search is in order then. Let's see what this is about to say about it.
Taps a few words on the computer. It's pretty old, boxy looking system that looks like it'd be about 6 or 7 years old. But I guess I can't expect everything to be very grand from a neighborhood store. Badger purses his lips.
Unfortunately, it seems we don't have any more books matching the criteria.
Fuck!
Unfortunately, it seems we don't have any more books matching the criteria. This might come as a surprise to you, but we're completely sold out of the books fitting the genre. We might be downsizing the history section lately, but we don't have money for copies of the books anymore.
Oh my god.
That's really unfortunate. I guess I'll have to check another place.
The man nods, a considerate smile on his face. God, has all the lines.
Maybe you might want to check in an ancient antique store. They're likely to have things you're looking for. They'd usually have books talking specifically about ancient civilizations and artifacts. Who knows, you might have a better luck finding places of history there just to be prepared for the higher prices. I don't think that'd be a problem, but I have no idea where I could find one.
We could always use our phones to check.
Well... No, there's no need. I do happen to know a few in the city and particularly correspond with their owners. I can write them and addresses for you. Oh, that's pretty helpful. Thank you.
Quite convenient that you'd have this information, too. Yes, quite convenient indeed. Badger smiles, opening his back of his head bashfully.
I'm a college student majoring in archaeology, so I'm quite passionate about this kind of thing. I wrote down my personal recommendations of the stories you visit first. Hopefully you'll be able to find what you're looking for. Thank you, that's really kind of you. Any day, I just like seeing people showing interest in history. Have a nice day.
You too. Damn, I miss cool air-conditioned environment already.
Well, that was a bust.
Well, at least you have some places recommended for you. It's better than nothing.
True, although I'd still prefer it if we managed to end our search here.
Wouldn't it have been kind of anticlimactic if we came all this way just to finish everything in 5 minutes, though? Where's the fun in that?
It's not like we're going out to have fun, you know.
Doesn't mean we can't have any.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, you're right. There's no reason why we can't have fun while we're at it, is there?
We already skipped class anyway, so there's no way we're going to get in. No way we're gonna get in.
Yep, you got it. Now, where do you want to go to first?
Well, according to this paper he gave us, his top recommendation would require us to take the subway. It's probably a 20-minute trip.
It's not too bad.
Agreed. It's almost lunchtime, too. How about we stop somewhere and have food first? My treat.
I don't know how I feel about that. Come on, when are you going to stop being so stuck up about it?
I'd love to be able to treat you. I'd love to be able to treat you. Are you going to make me beg for your permission?
You've already become fixated on treating me, huh?
It's 'cause it's fun. I don't get the chance to go out with you, just the two of us often. I really like it when we get time alone together. Is it weird for me to be having fun?
That's, wow.
What, is something wrong?
No, nothing at all. You just caught me a bit by surprise there.
What? But I didn't do anything, did I?
I just hope you'll continue to be clueless. I guess I'll accept your offer then.
That's great. Is there any place you prefer to go to?
Not really, I'm fine with whatever.
In that case, I know a great steakhouse nearby, and I'm sure you'd love.
But I get the feeling it's going to be another one of those places where everything costs a kidney.
It's not. Or at least, I think it's not.
We'll have fun.
We'll just have to see when we get there, won't we?
Not helping one bit. I have to admit, this is certainly not what I was expecting. Isn't this the maid cafe? You tricked me. This is just the diner where Saya works at.
It is, but the look in your face was priceless just now. You really were expecting me to take you someplace outlandish, weren't you?
Well,
turns out that I really like the food in here, so I was kinda itching to come over. I hope it's okay with you.
It is. I like this place. Although it'll be a bit weird if not to get served by Saya-chan.
You'll be fine. Start thinking of what you're going to order already so we won't have to wait long, okay?
You start with that too.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Take a seat in one of the nearby booths, picking up the menus to check what's available.
I think I'm just gonna order a grilled steak with mashed potatoes.
Sounds pretty good. I was fully expecting you to order curry again.
Curry is good, but that doesn't mean I want to have it all the time. I prefer varying on what I eat.
It's the complete opposite of Mr. Shuichi give me soba sharada.
He'd probably hit you if he heard you calling him that.
Indeed he would. Ha 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 ha.
What about you? Any idea what you'll be having?
That's a tough question.
I know I said this as a joke, but please try not to take too long to come up with your order.
Alright, I get it. I'll try to be quick, jeez. You and Shuichi really are birds of a feather.
Just pick something already!
The steak! I'll have the steak!
God damn it, he wasn't kidding when he said you took a lifetime to pick.
It hasn't even been that long!
We've been here for 10 minutes. The waitress is even staring at us because we haven't ordered anything yet.
Oh, sorry.
What am I gonna do with you? Well, it doesn't matter right now, so you'll have the steaks with mashed potatoes like me.
Yeah. To be fair, everything looks so good that I have a hard time picking.
And yet, you still ended up picking the same thing as I did.
You didn't give me much time to reconsider.
10 minutes is more than enough time, you're just too indecisive.
Can't argue with that. Keisuke calls over the waitress and orders for us, even apologizing about the delay. He really can be quite courteous when dealing with people.
You're staring at me. Is something the matter?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm sorry.
Is that so?
I was just wondering something. You told me a while ago that you have problems coming to these more regular stores, if I can call them that. But you still dealt with the waitresses without a hitch.
It's not like I'm incompetent, you know. I just feel really nervous about it. I haven't visited simpler places like these since I began living as the heir to the Urashihara Corporation.
Whenever I come to them alone, I'm always afraid that I'll do or say something offensive because I don't know people out that well. For good or for bad, most of my life experience has involved rich, sniveling sycophants. Sycophants. At first I thought that was like a misspelled psychopath, but no, that's sycophants. That's a fucking word. Or servants. I haven't really dealt with regular people much before. I actually always wondered about that. Our school might be pretty well off, but it doesn't seem like the kind to attend. Why is that? Keiku, you're not wrong. My family was wholly opposed to me studying there. Up until middle school, I've only studied in schools for rich families. The monthly tuition alone was probably enough to buy a house in the suburbs. That's kind of a terrifying thought. I know. Or at least I know nowadays. I never really thought much about it before. I really felt out of place when I first transferred to our school. It was only because you guys that I was able to fit in. I'm glad you did, though. I can't really imagine our group without you in it. You're being too polite. Still, what led you to transfer to our school in the first place? I think I prefer to leave that story for another day. Aw, you don't want to tell me? To be honest, not really. Ouch. Way to be blunt. Sorry. This just isn't a story that I'm comfortable with telling you. It's fine, I don't mean to pry. Sorry about that. Oh boy, talk about an awkward silence. Really wish the food would arrive right about now. True that. Since when do you start talking like that? Oh, you noticed. I've been meaning to learn a little more to be a little more streetwise, you know. I figured it might be useful once I'm in the US. It'll let me blend in easier. Oh, why are you looking at me like that? It's just, there's so much wrong with what you just said that I don't even know where to start. Oh. Waitress appears at our table, plopping down our plates with a smile on her face. The food is steaming hot and looks incredibly appetizing. Thank you. The girl nods, her smile widening before leaving to attend to her other tables. I like how quick the service is here. Well, this is a maid cafe run by bunny girls and bunny themed. I'd imagine speed is a theme. Again, there's so much wrong with that. I don't even know where to start. I'm a bit surprised once you walk into the antiquity shop. Fully expected some dusty old place with little lighting and ugly decor. Instead, it's a pretty cozy environment that doesn't really look all that different from a regular store. I like this place. It's not hard to achieve. All the store needs is air conditioning and you already like it. You're not exactly wrong there. I certainly wasn't expecting to see a security guard in the front door, though. That's because we have many priceless artifacts here, things from over 1,000 years ago. Safety is our primary concern. We turned to look at the front counter where a young-looking horse dressed in a black leather jacket leaned on the counter, looking at the two of us with a smirk. Oh, good afternoon. You work here? Of course not. He's standing behind the counter and just talking to customers because it's fun. You don't have to be rude. Don't ask stupid questions, then. The horse chuckles. I guess you could say so. I'm the owner of this store. Wait, you're the owner? He smiles smugly, leaning forward on the counter. Yes, smile the shock. It's just that, you look very young. Oh, I get that a lot. How many people expect the owner of an antiquity shop? He's going to be a 28-year-old stud. Stud, certainly not modest either. Smile widening, the horse with a hand on his hip. I also have excellent hearing and no modesty and I don't get along. Sorry. It's alright, I really don't mind. This used to be my father's store. I inherited it 3 years ago when I finished my doctorate's degree in archaeology, so yeah. I might be young, but I'm certainly not a greenhorn. What can I help you with? I was originally looking for some books on ancient civilizations that I could give to a friend of mine who was interested in the subject. I don't suppose you have any? Our smile widens. Jumping over the wooden counter, he walks past us.
I certainly do. Come with us if you will. They're looking quite lucky. My father didn't stock many books in the past. It was mostly only artifacts, but I find that people perusing knowledge and history deserve to be coddled. So even if they're not antiques themselves, I still love to have them in my store.
He walks upstairs to a second floor where there are many shelves stocked all the way up with books.
Whoa. Impressive, right? I can confidently say that I have the greatest collection of history books in all of Kanto. We get quite a bit of business from professors, college students, and history buffs alike. Adding a little library here has been quadrupled our profits. The lesson here is never underestimate the small sales.
I can see that.
Ancient civilizations are the reason I went to archaeology in the first place. Mesoamerican civilizations were the focus of my doctorate dissertation. So lucky for you, you walked into the best store if you're looking for that sort of thing.
I can see why the clerk at the bookshop recommended me to come here first. The horse's grin immediately widens.
Clerk at a bookshop, would that be any chance a lean, kind of dorky-looking badger?
Yeah, that's him.
The Madame certainly doesn't waste an opportunity to gush about my store. I'll have to give him a present later. You guys are probably a 10th group of customers he sent to me in the past week alone.
That's pretty nice of him.
There are many people interested in these kinds of things, especially here in Japan. Most archaeology students tend to be interested in Asian history when I find myself pretty boring. But, well, you didn't come here to hear me ramble on, did you? Make yourselves at home, browse as much as you like, and feel free to come when you ask me questions.
He walks back downstairs, leaving the two of us to marvel at the giant collection in front of us. Damn, they're all coded too. Mayans, Aztec, Incans, Egyptians, Greeks. So many here that it would take me all day to even list them all. I don't even know there were enough people interested in history to warrant a store this big.
Neither did I.
But I guess this goes to show that history really is a popular subject despite all odds. To be honest, I'd really imagine you being the kind to enjoy this sort of thing.
No. Alex tried to get me into it, but it was just too boring for me. Still, I can understand him liking it, and I'm happy that it's a popular enough subject to warrant having a store like this.
You really can be Mr. Sunshine when you want to, huh? The first one this episode, and we've been streaming for 4 hours, so props to that. But number 1, I don't know what you're talking about. One time. Sure you don't. Anyway, do you have any idea what kind of book you want to get for him? They seem to have so many here.
True, I feel tempted to get more than one. Who knows what kind of relic I can find?
Alternatively, you could buy him an actual relic.
That's a great idea.
What? Joking. That must cost a fortune.
Oh yes, because that's somehow going to be a deterrent for me.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing a few old-looking things in this apartment when I visited. Although I've only been there once since he rented it not long ago.
Where was he living before that, then?
The people working for my family are given housing close to our estate. They're still allowed to get apartments or houses of their own in the city, but they're only allowed to spend the night in them when they're off shift.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Our servants have access to high-speed internet, pools, gyms, sports centers, and free food while they're at work.
Where can I sign up?
Don't be ridiculous. But I do like the idea of buying him an actual relic. I think that might be even better than a book. Let's see. I remember him having something that looked like a fossilized tooth, and a few drums that looked to be hundreds of years old. I'll go downstairs and ask the owner if he has something like that.
People that have tons of money to spend are scary. I walk back downstairs to see Keisuke chatting excitedly with the owner. The horse is beaming with excitement as he points out a few knickknacks on the shelves.
That one is a portable hand drum used by the Mayans about 3,000 years ago. It was used mostly for religious rituals. This one in specific was found next to an altar in a temple. Due to the location it was found and the fact that it was covered in stains was rather later confirmed to be human blood, we believe that this particular drum was used in rituals for human sacrifice.
What the hell kind of conversation did I just walk into? Ha, Benjamin-san. Now Masa-san was explaining to me about the different drums they have here. I asked him for the oldest and most valuable ones. I know your family has lots of money, but can you even pay for that kind of thing? Do you need me to show you how much money I have in my savings account? No, I'm pretty sure that'd scar me forever. Also, since when do you know the owner's name? The stallion smiles, walking up to me and holding out his hand. That's because your friend talked about buying something so expensive, I just felt I needed to probably introduce myself. Well, we have them mostly for show, selling them is incredibly rare. A purchase like that is enough to keep us afloat for years. But I'm just rambling again. I'm Shigeru Naomasa. It's a pleasure. Afloat for years? How much is one of those even... He bursts his lip, grabbing a folded piece of paper that was lying on top of the counter and showing it to me. Don't even think about commenting on it. You must really like Alex, huh? Of course I do. He practically raised me. Still, this is a lot. You're really generous sometimes, huh? I like to think I'm generous all the time. Still, that ritual drum sounds perfect. I'll take it. The stallion's eyes open so wide that it almost looks like they're twinkling with unbound happiness. That was an incredible choice, sir. I'll have it wrapped and delivered by the end of the day. Thank you very much. Smiling, Keisuke pulls out his credit card. I'm the one that needs to thank you. I found the present even better than what I was expecting. Keisuke hums cheerfully during all the subway trip. He seems to be so happy and engrossing in his song, I don't have the heart to interrupt him in chat. In fact, I like his humming voice. It's such a pleasant melody. I can't believe everything worked out so well. Those are the first words he said since we left the store. You certainly do look happy about it. How could I not be? I got the perfect present for Alex. Oh, it's gonna go badly. It's gonna go badly. I'm worried about it. I can't stop thinking about the fact that this thing is probably worth more than my house. How do you plan on giving it to him? I still have to figure that part out. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to buy his forgiveness like you said. I just need to find a way to show him that shows him that this is just me trying to make amends. A cheaper present will probably make that easier. Sounds fair enough. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Thanks. And thank you for coming with me, too. It's a lot less boring having someone else around. Don't worry about it. It was my pleasure. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, how's that band thing coming along? Band thing? You know, you told me a few days ago that you joined the light music club in their band. Oh, right. Did you become a vocalist or a guitarist? Or maybe you're doing both. That'd be so cool. What's with that unenthusiastic reaction? I haven't performed for them yet. I'm just their manager at the moment. What? Why not? Because I was embarrassed. These people are really good. There's no way I could take their place. And why would they let some newcomer play with them when they've been together for 2 years already? Isn't that the whole point of a club? I guess. Still, I can't bring myself to perform in front of them. I'm just so embarrassed that I can't do it. Then what's the point of joining the club in the first place? No comment. Can you at least let me come to watch their rehearsal? What? If they're that good and you're their manager, then shouldn't be any problem if I can just come to watch, right? Maybe you could introduce me to your new friends. I guess I could. You know what? You helped me so much with the problem with Alex already. Sure, I'll introduce you to them once the situation with Alex is resolved. Against my better judgment. Why is it against your better judgment? No comment on that either. Anyway, now that we're done with this, I'm gonna get changed into my school uniform and wait until classes end at the ice cream shop. You wanna come with me? Sure, I have nothing better to do anyway. Great, I'm sure it won't be boring if you're around. Keisuke and I kill the next hour until school bell rings before it rushes back to the gates to be picked up. He really is good at skulking around without being found out by his family, I'll give him that.